Hey guys, welcome back to Let's Play Prison Architect. Uh, Last time, if you remember, we started up making our little tiny prison. Uh, and we haven't actually accepted any prisoners yet. Now, a couple things. First off, we cannot finish our basic detention center until our yard is finished. Our yard will not be finished basically ever because it wasn't secure. But now it is. Oh, oops. And something else right here. If okay, we are already expanding our electrical cable. But anyway, something you'll notice, these little flashing yellow, or wow, not yellow, blue water drops. You have to actually connect things that require water to the water system normally by virtue of small pumps or pipes. Blah. There we go. Okay, and we'll go ahead and press play. And okay, looks like I have the office going, so won't have to mess with that at all. Okay, I don't know if you guys noticed that little blip in sound, but I was just testing out my mic silencing, or mic muting button. Wow, I cannot talk today. Add another capacitor, just for fun, I suppose, and let's go ahead and kick it up, and I will be back soon. Oh, I'm gonna let it go for a little bit, and I'll be back to check on it. Alright, and it kind of looks like pretty much everything aside from the office work here is done. And actually, I think I forgot to set up the actual wall building here. And already had the divider going, so. Alright, so that's getting set up now. And I will go ahead and, for the morning, start accepting prisoners. Probably only low risk for now. And which means I'm going to be hiring 2 guards and 2 cooks. Oops. Alright, so let's see, jobs, staff, yes. You are getting fired for being different. Since those 2 are twins and I can't separate them. Alright, so let's see, what other grants do we have? Alright, well, we're almost done with this one, so let's go ahead and accept that. We can have 2 grants at a time, but you know, personally I like only having 1 grant going at a time. And I think I finally figured out what I am going to do with this area down here. This is going to be our medical ward. Yeah, sounds good to me. Let's see. Office desk, chair, and filing cabinet. So let's go ahead and put our doors. Oops. Doors on all of our things. Chairs. office desks. And a filing cabinet. Okay. Alright, and let's go ahead and speed it up into super high speed again. And that should have all those do fine. Let's go ahead and also hire our warden so that he can get his office as soon as one is actually finished. And if I feel a little under the weather, it's kind of because I am feeling a little bit under the weather, but not to be feared. I'm not contagious, so you won't have to fear being contaminated by my audio waves. Alright. Sorry about that. So we now have a warden's office, which opens up the bureaucracy screen, which is how we do, I guess, Prison Architect's version of research. So our thing said to research finance, so we can go ahead and do finance. It's going to take about 6 hours to complete that. In about an hour and a half, we will have ourselves our first batch of prisoners, and from what I can tell, it should go pretty well. I mean, we have some beds set up for them, benches for them to sit in, a toilet, shower, food, power, a yard. In fact, let's see. Right by the entrance, can put ourselves some okay, and there we go. Yeah. Alright, see. There we go. Now everyone should be happy. Give them some stuff to do out there. We're making about $773 a day with what we have, which we can't really see until we have ourselves an accountant. We have programs that we can initiate now that we have a warden, but we can't actually do most of them without having other things unlocked. So most of the stuff I'm not going to start doing until I have the grant lined up for it. What is this? What? Huh. Alright, there we go. Should be fine now. Give them something to do as well. Let's see. It's a lot of extra concrete and steel. As you can see, there is a bunch of fog of war, because these are the areas we don't have anyone in. So, for example, if we go ahead and put our guard in, we can now see our prisoners that we got. So let's go ahead and meet our prisoners. Actually, let's go ahead and look at our regime real quick. Well, we'll take a look at that in a second. We have Wyatt. Sean Wyatt. 1 year for dangerous driving. He has served 0.9 years of that so far. Timms, sentenced for 5 years for indie video game piracy, which he's already served a 3-year sentence for. Oh. We have Robin Killing Machine Bauer accidentally killed 329 people with a knife. Those people ran in his knife, some of them more often than others. He was actually sentenced for 1 year of drunk disorderly behavior. He has actually served his term and due for release in 3 hours. That's something new to the game since I last actually played it. Paul Hawkins sentenced to 9 years for money laundering. And Matt Hare sentenced to 7 years for multiple crimes including car theft, perjury, and burglary. So 22 years total sentence. Gareth Hughes, 1 year for voyeurism. Brad Leclerc, I don't know. Attempted to start World War III by whistling nuclear launch codes into a bus station payphone, having only a quarter, not the required 35 cents. The call never connected. It was actually sentenced for 2 years of shoplifting. So let's go ahead and press play. We have unlocked finance through bureaucracy, so let's go ahead and hire ourselves an accountant. And we can't actually place people where we don't have visualization or whatever. Our next thing that we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and change up our regime. So from 11 to 6 is sleep time, or well, 11 to 7 is sleep. Okay, shower, some free time. Oops. 8 to 10 is going to no. There. Yep. Yard at 11. Okay. Sorry about that. There's a split between minimum security, normal security, and maximum security. Noon to 2. Then some free time. Then eat from 6 to 8. Free time. Then lock up for a couple hours. Free time, having that much free time seems to work out well for at least minimum and normal security. It gives them a lot of freedom, means they can do what they need to do. If they need to shower, they can. If they want to go outside, they can. Once we have a rec room and stuff, it means they can do that. Finance. So we can now see our finance and valuation. Which I'll explain more once this actually becomes a thing here. But financially, we have a federal grant of $2,000, MNSEC prisoner grant of $600, which I believe is about I don't know. It's some odd number of dollars per prisoner. And then we have our expenses here, obviously, and yeah, jobs, blah 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 blah. Okay, anyway, let's go ahead and start up again. It seems now to be time to eat, so they will all be in here getting food. Look at that, they're all eating or hanging around. So yeah, that's great. Let's go ahead and pick up our next grant. Alright, cell block A. Now, prisoner capacity. As you can see, okay, well, anyway, as I was saying, prisoners capacity, as you can see here, you have 8 over 0. Meaning we have 8 prisoners but 0 capacity because they are all living in the holding cell right now. This little flash up here was there was a saw found in our ingredients, so we are going to go ahead and search all of our prisoners. Search cell block, meaning it's going to search everything and everyone. So oh, look at that. Yep. Now, so another thing that we don't have set up yet is a solitary confinement station area, or well, cells and stuff like that, which will probably be added when we actually make our first cell block. So we have one person awaiting solitary confinement. How should we punish him? We're actually going to just do lockdown for 6 hours instead of the solitary confinement. Oh, nope. Still will make him oh wait, solitary. Interesting. I was not aware of that. So he's now in there, and as you can see, our fog of war will slowly fade because we don't have eyes in there. So, with that being said, I will be right back and to start cell block A. Okay. So, for cell block A, my initial thinking right now is to have a cell block jut off into this direction and be like that, second cell block like that, and then a third cell block like that with a larger yard in the middle. That's my initial thinking at any rate, which, you know, we all know how far that ever gets me. Let's go ahead and objects, large jail door. Let's see. At 75, oops. Alright, let's go with 80 by 30. Okay, so we have 80 by 30 there. And let's see. Alright, and yep, that does take care of its whole entrance needed requirement thing. And it says we have a goal to feed all of our prisoners. Well, one of our prisoners decided to have a billiard club with him, so he doesn't get fed. Now, the main goal with most prison blocks is to have them be basically self-sufficient, have its own kitchen, its own shower. I mean, I'm not going to worry about having its own holding cell, but it will have, hopefully, a large number of cells in it. And let's see here. Let's double metal detector it. And okay, so we had one prisoner release. That's why we went down to 7. Prison that affects our prison grading. I haven't had 10 prisoners released since this feature got uh, implemented, but you have to have 10 released. We have another prisoner, Sean Wyatt, due for release in 4 hours. So, you know. We may also face the it is saying the no entrance or requires entrance thing, so we'll take a look at that when it gets up. Because actually, what can be done is those can be dismantled, put a large door there, and put the metal detectors in that little pathway there. And it should work out just fine. I don't know why, but most of the time the guards like to hang out in the yard. Don't ask me why. The Wither 2s or the Y4s of guard life, but you know, gonna have him check on the prisoners right now. 4 of them are sleeping in the bed, and the other 3 are wandering around because, you know, there aren't beds for them. That being said, we are almost to the end of another day, and we have gotten our first prisoners, got our first prisoner released, and we are beginning construction on our new cell block, our first cell block, our minimum security cell block. As soon as we are done building this, we will start accepting, and we have cells and everything, and it's all up and running. We'll start accepting normal security prisoners, and we'll continue accepting minimum security until we get to the point where we run out of I'm trying to think of a different word than storage capacity, prisoner capacity for them. We have a couple of notifications on here right now that I can go over real quick. We have one family waiting to visit, meaning we need to build a visitation room, and visitation hours are 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. It's something they can do during their free time. And one of our staff members are exhausted, so we would have to build a staff room. Now, like I said, one of the things you want to try and, I'm so used to being able to go in diagonals with Q, or strafe with Q, or whatever, is make it self-sufficient. So its own shower, its own canteen and kitchen, its own visitation center, its own common room, and its own staff room, because eventually we will have staff assigned to just this area. They won't go anywhere else. As far as visitation centers and stuff go, right now, what my thought is to just have it right here, for now, because I don't know how much room I actually have in this until it's going to be done and I start actually planning everything out. But with that being said, that's going to be something for another episode of Prison Architect. I will talk to you guys later.